Ari Talia bans, and do we go for the Chovy bans again? So Vayne going to be banned because we want to early pick a Cassante. We're not going to let Lehens have the Nautilus. The Nautilus Senna was a big part of it, but we're just going to take Senna Ornn again. Surely we're not just going to take Ornn here. No, we're going to take Lucian Nami. Then we're going to pick Ornn. We're pick Tom Kench into Lucian Nami. Oh, I hate it already. And we have to pick Cassante because we first round banned Vayne. So we are just going to take Bin's Twisted Fate, which has been very good. Oh, man, I really don't like the Tom Kench incident that happened in T1 versus BLG. Makes me very sad. We'll see. We'll see about this Thomas Kench. I mean, it's good into Twisted Fate, right? You can eat people before he gold cards them. You can eat people during culling. Like, it's not a bad pick. It's just that T1 didn't have any other form of engage, and when you take Cassante, he's not a form of primary engage. And also, weirdly, we're banning Sejuani, because here's a form of primary engage that Canyon fucking loves. We're banning the Nidalee. I don't think Nidalee's going to be picked here. But the reason why they banned Sejuani is because the Nidalee's banned, and they're thinking R4 Sejuani, and they don't have a jungle counter pick. Nidalee's very strong into Sejuani in the jungle, and now we're going to ban Maokai. So we banned both of our primary engage jungle champs. So what the fuck are we doing? Oh my god, Canyon's doing a Canyon. All right, so Karthus has been very powerful in solo queue, and we're blinding Yone. Okay, Yone is the form of primary engage. What the fuck is this comp? I don't even like this comp from GenG. I mean, the all-in potential from BLG or GenG is huge, but like, it's kind of lull, right? Like, what the fuck, man? You have to lane swap if you're GenG too. You want to lane swap, and like Karthus wants to just power farm. So basically, guys, I think I prefer BLG's draft here. Like, Bin has been such a good Twisted Fate. He has a favorable matchup. You know, if we get normal lanes here, I think it's pretty advantageous to BLG. Knight is playing Nico, but we have really strong primary engage. We've got RFC Gold card. You know, we have Xin Zhao. We have Nico. I said coming into this series that I thought GenG should ban the Xin Zhao because I think it's just such a key champion for Jun. And they play so well around the zoning created by Xin Zhao Ultimate. But, you know, they're going to have decent range here, and this is so all in, but there's no primary engage besides Yone ult. And that is a committal engage, guys. That is a committal engage. So I guess like maybe Yone and Karthus just suicide into the enemy team and Cassante cleans up. I mean, it's great that Keen has Cassante, just purely on individual stuff. Remember that Chovy is currently on a 14-game win streak across like 2 years on Yone. But they also can't split. I mean, the Yone will be able to split probably in the late game, but doing like a 4-1 split feels really weird. And also Keen is a mega Cassante player, right? So we're going to have to watch this one. This is definitely, like, I love to see experimentation in game one of a best of 5, particularly the finals. Super fun. This feels like a Canyon champion, obviously. He's back to his AP farming roots. They need the lane swap, so they get the lane swap. We don't actually see BLG trying to call the lane swap here. You know, I don't know if they care that much because they probably care more about being in standard lanes once the Lucian Nami hit 3.
Chovy is 100% aware that this is happening. And as a result, even the ghost goes for flash.
Yeah, he if he doesn't flash there, he gets rooted by Nico.
Good from 3-on-1 dive. Oh, and Keen doesn't have a whole lot of tools. Wasn't able to get a lot of experience due to the early ignite from Elk. It might be in deep trouble here. Red card to take.
Okay, why'd he take a? So he took turret aggro. He has W. All right, so. So he takes turret aggro, but he takes it too early, so he just takes turret shot for free. But the red card onto the tower to get guaranteed aggro is a very interesting idea.
Waiting for a bit more time. Good initial damage coming in for Elk. He getting lower and lower. Nice gold card. He started Pathmaker level 1. Elk getting healed.
This is also the problem, is that when you're playing Karthus, you just literally can't help in this situation. You're just trying to, like, power farm. Did he lock in the wrong card? No. No, I don't think so. He locked in red card to auto the tower because I think he wanted to take aggro. But Elkin, there was a miscommunication probably where Elkin on were not quite ready because there's still 2 low minions left. So I think because the red card guarantees the stun from range, and if Keen walks back, so if Keen walks, it's kind of clever actually. If Keen walks back here, the red card still slows him. So I don't think it was a mistake. I mean, it was a mistake that he took the tower shot, but I don't think the red card was a mistake. I haven't seen that before though.
Ben wants to go next as he is also resetting. Elkanon really want to get this wave in, but Keen has the health advantage, so he's just going to continue to walk up. Pathmaker going in, just dashing out, buying as much time as he can. He got the aftershock proc, but now Elk wants to finish. Q3 coming out, and Toby Strike's not going to connect. Flash forward on! Bloodthirsty support, you love to see it.
And Keen.
Time as he can, he got the aftershock proc, but to go next as he is also resetting. Elkanon really want to get this wave in, but Keen has the health advantage, so he's just going to continue to walk.
Oops.
Pathmaker going in, just dashing out, buying as much time as he can. He got the aftershock proc.
He gets hit by bubble. Yeah, mistake by Keen though.
Immediately after that bubble lands,
It's actually amazing. They had. I think he sees that their mana's. I think Keen's calculus here is that he sees their mana is like super low. I think he thinks he can win this trade because neither of them have any mana, but they have just enough mana to do what they need to do, and Elk is willing to commit the flash. But the other side of that, guys, is that he did trade Ghost for like 4 subs. So here's the thing. They're very vulnerable now. You love this draft from GenG. I don't, man. I think it's so whack. It doesn't have like a form of primary engage. Like you're basically just attacking side lanes with Senna and Karthus ult. I mean, if you can get the Yone super far ahead and the Yone just becomes an unpunishable split push threat, then maybe. But I think it's super janky in team fight in 5v5 team fights.
BLG though, this is that strong point. Can they find the fight? Can they find the angle?
I mean, the scaling is obviously crazy. Like Karthus Senna scaling is bonkers. But BLG's doing the right stuff, right? They're playing around. Okay, we're just gonna TP into the top side. Bin pops Ghost. He's out.
Ghosting out. Chovy trying to cover the escape route, but ghosting TF is damn fast. Unbound Soul wants the Q3 for the knockup to interrupt the destiny, but has to snap.
Wow, Bin's so good, man. He can't hold out.
For another 8 seconds, 7 counting down, and Pays is going to get curl credit. Bin, nice sidestep trying to turn it back, but that's the Requiem. Sing a song for Bin. Is he out? But he's out. He's out.
Jesus Christ! Oh! Bin's so good though. He almost gets out of that. That's so crazy. That was so fun to watch.
We saw the Nautilus was banned, which I think was a great shout from BLG. I think that combo in particular is insanely tough to deal with. But the Ornn seemed like a much better second option, and we saw even...
Yeah, I agree with Chronicler here. The Ornn pick would change my opinion pretty drastically, guys, because then you would have actually some form of primary engage for the follow-up from Yone and Karthus. But how do you get Karthus into a team fight? I think it just limits the way you can play this composition. And who is Tahm Kench supposed to save here? What's his purpose? Ornn was not banned. Nautilus was banned.
Quick flash out, gold card lock. Chovy already burned the soul unbound. Flash follow, but the wind becomes lightning. Chovy might be in trouble. The Q3 out, and the TP coming in to try to save the day. Ben wants to take down Chovy, but there's Keen to body block. Ben over.
Favorite Sergio Leone film, Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, is one of my favorite films of all time.
Q3 out, and the TP coming in to try to save the day. Ben wants to take down Chovy, but there's Keen to body block. Ben.
Wow.
Unbound. Flash follow, but the wind becomes lightning. Chovy might be in trouble. The Q3 out, and the TP coming in to try to save the day. Ben wants to take down Chovy.
That's such a crazy TP. Nice tidal wave too. Gotta say, diving versus Karthus ult and Senna ult is a choice. Like, why are we diving versus Senna and Karthus ult? That's just stupid. Okay, we're just gonna play around this soul right now. I don't think giving up Chemtech soul matters too much for GenG. Like, I don't think that's what's gonna cause them to win or lose this game. They just haven't been able to get any traction on the map, and they're constantly, like, they have no engage, and they're just constantly playing in here. It feels so weird. Kane's gonna have to flash into him, probably. Okay, Karthus ult. Bin dies. Let's watch Knight here. Bin's ghosting on the flank. He gets a gold card onto Pays immediately. He just deletes Pays even through flash and exhaust. Pays only has 60 stacks at 24 minutes. That feels incredibly bad. No, Bin doesn't survive. He's got Leandri's burn on him. He's 100% dead. Bin's standing in the Malignance proc, though. I think he dies regardless, though, guys. I think he dies no matter what. Even if he runs out of Malignance proc there, I think he dies. Stennis at how many stacks? 64. It's terrible. It's so bad compared to the Elk and Gumayushi stacking we saw yesterday. But it was a product of the lane swap, you know. They opted into this lane swap. It gave Pays nobody to harass in lane early, so he spent the first, like, 10 minutes not getting any souls, basically. Okay, we're just throwing. BLG's just throwing. They get engaged on by a fucking Abyssal Voyage from a Tahm Kench that they know is there. Jun just walks up, presses W for no reason. He literally W's for no reason. Then he gets eaten. Then they just wait out his ult and kill him. What the f, man? Well, I guess it's just free Baron. I was wrong. This comp is genius. All you have to do is wait for somebody to get Tahm Kench Abyssal Voyaged on, and then you eat them. Chovy actually dodges the ult there from Knight. I actually hate that GenG might win this game. I think this is criminal. I mean, it's going to be a problem now because now they have to deal with side lane Yone with Baron buff. Yone actually works really well now. Bin's playing this amazingly in the backline. Bin is literally just slaughtering them in the backline. But Keen is zoning out Elkin on here. I mean, the ult too just smokes Elk, and Jun's trying to wrap around to save them, but I think Jun's probably better off just actually hanging out and fighting with Bin. Bin can't get out.
Objective marked, 5K getting lower. Elk off to the side, 3K. Baron gonna fall in favor of GenG, and BLG just coming for a spectator play.
I can't believe GenG's winning this game. Are we gonna ban Karthus now for the rest of the series, even though that's not the reason why BLG lost?
Hits it, but they're chasing him down. Pays is here too. Surely there's no way Bin escapes this one. He just doesn't have the tools. Pathmaker forward. Nice slow coming in as well from the Randuins and Bin.
Use our ults on Bin in the side lane. Oh my god, Canyon is so huge. All right, Chovy did it, guys. He's actually succeeded in just becoming tank. He just plays Jack Show Shield Bow QSS. All right, well, I regret what I said about them not having primary engage. They can dive towers now. It's fine. They just use Yone like a normal ass team. Canyon just ult. Just ult. Just ult. Just ult. Ult now. If you ult now, you can actually take 2 inhibs. Just ult, Canyon.
Slowly getting bled out of this game. Baron buff for another minute and 30 seconds. 1 inhibitor down.
Continuously has to deny a catch.
Discipline again from GenG, but it's Knight on the side. Can they find the pick on Kanan? Good wall of pain to dissuade and engage, and Keen goes in.
Okay, TB coming in. Tidal wave. He eats Karthus again. Karthus gets out. Here we go. Chovy's TPing. Now we ult. Well, holy smokes. So if we were going to do that, why didn't we just do it and take mid inhib and then reset for Elder? Legit bad. They should have just ulted, taken tier 1 or inhib turret, mid inhib, and then just recalled for Elder and set up. I think they should be more aggressive with the Karthus ult. Yeah, BLG can't win this now, guys. They can't win it now. They did a great job of stacking Drakes in the early game until they got caught out and gave free Baron. And now we just have Death Cap Karthus.
Maybe a big ultimate on top of some of the members, but Pays now also has his GA. Makes it so much harder.
But don't fool yourself. BLG lost this game. They were playing really well early.
Stepping up to just zone the jungler away to chunk him out. The Nami healing will mitigate a little bit, but another abyssal dive in.
Look how their engage is, guys. Oh, Elk is just free firing. BLG can't fight this. They have no Jhin ult. But look at this. It's so free for Lucian. Bin already used his ult. Bin about to go crazy in the back line. We literally 50-50'd that, by the way. We literally 50-50'd this. We literally 50-50'd it. I think Canyon hit it with Smite Q at the same time. Nope, that was actually Jun's Smite, guys. It was Jun's Smite at 14:59. And then the red Smite is Canyon Smite. Oh my god, they literally 50-50'd it. I don't leave this game feeling really good about GenG's win. Yeah, they would win it even if Jhin steals it. But I mean, look, it's just the sloppiness of this, guys, right? It's just the sloppiness. Like, let's say Jhin gets this. Yes, the answer is yes. They still win the fight. They still win the fight. So they used the objective to force BLG to engage. Yes, they did. But you shouldn't have to do that. You shouldn't have to have Jhin misposition to get a Baron, to get 2 Elder Drakes to win this game, guys. It was basically just like nightmare mode difficulty for GenG. It didn't have to be that hard. Okay, we actually got into a draft in a timely fashion. All right, so we're back to K'Sante banning. I mean, Keen is the best K'Sante in the world, so I agree with this. Aurelion Sol and Corki taken out for Chovy. Ari Talia going to be removed. What do we got? We have Tristana still for Chovy. We have Yone still for Chovy. Nautilus actually banned by GenG. Do they really think this is going to be a first pick? Not. Like, the Senna Prio's been rising. At least it was it for BLG in the T1 series, but it's going to be the Ashe that is left up. So we take first pick Ashe. So we take away the Kalista. We take away the Sejuani immediately. Trying to punish, you know, the low mobility of Ashe in the front line. Probably going to be Varus, right? Yep, Varus. Ashe, Varus lane. So we're going to have to potentially swap off of this. I think the Jhin Zhao should be taken out, but I guess GenG's just confident playing against it. And they know that it probably would be banned in the second rotation of drafts. So we're going to blind another blind Yone game. How crazy. Chovy just so confident. That's nutty. Chovy's Yone is now on a 15-win streak after that last game. Did he do anything? No. Yeah, and the Sejuani Yone combo is obviously brutal in the mid lane, right? Assuming that this isn't some sort of wacky-ass Keria style support Sejuani, which you do have to keep in mind, by the way. Keria's done this with Kalista. It's not outrageous that Lehens would do it. LeBlanc and Annie, while they're just taking everything out of his pool, they want him to play Nico super badly. They need backline access, though. They need backline access here. This is like a good Wukong game, unironically, but they already picked Sejuani. So they ban Rumble and Jax because they want the Twisted Fate in this top side. So they're trying to bait a Twisted Fate pick into Camille, probably. We did it, guys. We did it! This is great. I love it. Lehens is a very good Blitzcrank, by the way. This is actually a great angle. This is such a good angle into Varus Ashe. And honestly, Jhin Zhao. Because the thing is, when Jhin Zhao's ult goes away and he's still standing there in the front line, you can just hook him. You can just hook him after his ult ends. It's a good pick. Usually we see, actually, if you pick like Varus Ashe, you see the Blitz banned. It's a very good pick. So we're gonna go standard lanes here this game for GenG. It's a great punish. This is a great punish. I love it. All right, what is your crazy counter pick, Keen? Let's fucking go. I want to see something totally wild. Don't just play Renekton. Currently, they're just going to play Zac in the top side, so they're going for Max. Okay, I like this draft better. So we're going to play with the Zac. Very hard time to kill. I mean, they're going to be focusing Pays probably in the, you know, with the Camille, trying to dive and lock down Pays. But this is a huge front line that may be very difficult for BLG to actually deal with here. I love the blitz pick.
He's so humble. You know, he's willing to concede so much CS that he surely would have gotten against 3 people. Just to burn.
They're trying to stack here. So what BLG is doing is they are trying to stack against the swap that they think is coming in, or they're trying to stack and see if the TP comes in. So they're actually faking their own recall right now.
Just to burn Chovy's flag.
But this is going to get them behind on tempo.
That is one of the most useful things that top laners do.
And they sack the entire wave into turret.
Pay their visits towards mid, but here's the teleport in.
Okay. It's a game of chicken. These guys are pretending that they've recalled, and that these guys are also recalling, but they cancel their recall. And they're like, which top lane? This is the evolution of lane swaps that we've seen throughout MSI. Which top laner is going to try and actually get farmed? Keen, he's just autoing on the turret. He's just chilling. And so they're like, oh, shit. There's the Camille. So we cancel it. And then Lehens is here, and he just hooks him right out of the TP. Oh, the timing is beautiful. The mind games are real. The mind games are real. Pull out the blitz hook counter. All right, we'll do it. We'll do it for you guys. All right, they know Chovy doesn't have flash now. He gets hit by W, all in by E. Bin just shows up because his lane is frozen. He can't do anything. All right, here comes the crank, though. Here comes the crank. Chovy's coming back. He's got TP. Oh. I got excited. He still got the hook.
Lehens is on fire in this game.
Lehens clutching.
Cool. And now we're going to see if Lehens can land another hook.
Oh, he hooked it point blank. Sorry, he did hook there. Rip.
Is on fire in this game.
It was a point blank hook. It wasn't a cool hook though, but we'll give it to him. All right, now we can. All right, we're trying to make a play here. Chovy has no TP. Keen has TP though, and Keen is 6. Keen can actually engage though because he's Zac.
Face checking the bush, initial CC locking up. He's trying to backstep. Permafrost is there, but Knight is body blocking. Lehens hitting the hook.
Oh my God, they got on before he could do anything.
Face checking the bush, initial CC locking up. He's trying to backstep. Permafrost is there, but Knight is body blocking.
They got him, guys. They got him.
Lehens hitting the hook.
This is great from GenG though. This is the right call. Like they know the collapse is coming and that they're going to be at a man disadvantage, so they have to just pull the trigger. And so it's easy to hit the hook because he's already slowed by Glacial Prison. He's an Ashe, so he just dies instantly. And you still have Kalista ult. They're going back in. Chovy's here. Now Chovy's here. What an excellent play by GenG. He was aiming for Ori, but he accidentally hit the Ashe. Do we count that? He hit the wrong person, but he still hit a person. Really good snap call, though. Really good snap call, though, by GenG. They're melee, but the thing is that they have insane non-committal engage, right? With Blitz Hook, with the Sejuani ult. Nice pickoff. Got the 4th hook. I mean, it's good that BLG is starting to create these picks in the side lanes and try and respond. Like, Chovy needs to side lane his way back to relevancy right now with the amount of CS that he's been able to get.
Fog of War to fire the Ash Arrow greatly increases their chances of success, but walking into Keen doesn't.
Definitely not ideal. He'll use just for the movement speed. GenG don't have information in the jungle anymore, so they don't want to overcommit.
I mean, On is going to have such a hard time staying alive in this game.
Trying to disengage, but the Ash is already down. Lehen's now going to fish for the hook, but holds on to it. Just a quick pick again. Commit. But On.
I mean, he's just f***ing around with this Callista Sentinel, and Canyon realizes it's free. He has no sums. He has no heal anymore because he just used it, and he has no flash.
When we see rotation comes through, GenG wants to look for this.
Hook on to Shun. Knight there to try and follow up. Ulti immediately used. GenG, are they happy with just that cooldown? The arrow to Pays. The most important target to hit for the interrupt. The CC.
Dude, the Callista baiting, the all-ins that we've seen from teams on targets that can be Callista ulted this tournament is so crazy. Like, why are we using Shockwave on that fucking Blitzcrank? Why are we doing that? Every time, dude, every pro team at this tournament just gets baited by Callista ults. They all in the sport every time. Yep, there's... So we're going to go back a little bit. Actually, he hit like 3 in this fight. He hit 1 there.
Another one?
Dude, Jun is dying for these fucking lane wards. He did it in the last game, and he's like, he forgets that Blitzcrank hook is a thing, I guess. Also, he doesn't have ult, so he definitely can't live through that. All right, they force the TP to come in this time, so Bin's here. He's just gonna ult Keen. Another hook! Oh my god. 8. Yeah, we got 3 hooks in that fight in total, or 4.
BLG who have the timer working against them this time around. If they're gonna do a longer fight, they need Chovy there.
Shout out to Chovy, just like not doing anything in this game so far. They can dive this easily. Elk is trolling. The dive is so crazy from this composition too, especially because you can play super aggro with the Blitzcrank. There's another one. All right, guys, we'll just say it's 8. Okay, maybe we'll be a little bit under. There are debates about how many hooks have hit. It's 8 or 9. Let's leave it at 8 for the time being. Oh, there's 9 though. Jun is griefing though. Dude, this ward has killed Jun twice. Jun has now died twice to that pink ward. He died twice to the same ward. Hey guys, do you think I should clear pink wards when there's a Blitzcrank? He literally died for the same ward. Like, what does he think is gonna happen? What does he think is gonna happen? Yeah, the threat of the dive is so crazy, though, that you can just... I like this composition so much better from GenG than the one in the last game.
But it's not a 1-for-1 for long, because the God Hand strikes again. Perfect accuracy. People keep clearing out wards. Now we got a passive proc on bottom side. What happened?
Bin is trying so hard, man. There we go, there's another one.
Extra CC, Bin trying to heal, flash away from Chovy, but Chovy's damn fast. But now the follow-up, the spear. What does it hit? It doesn't hit Bin!
By the way, I don't think that Lethal Tempo Varus was the play here. Like, in what universe are you going to be getting a bunch of autos down? You know what I mean? You're playing into Blitz, Yone, Sejuani, Zac. How do you get multiple autos? Like, I get that lethality Varus is garbage into tanks, but like, you literally can't do anything. If you hook it necessarily Arcane Shifts, it's not a miss. Didn't have to hook that one.
Stacking dragons for the soul. This is a terrible team for Siege. They're
trying to interrupt. Excellent use of the stopwatch coming from Knight, but he's still in the midst of 2. Elk standing back. He doesn't want to risk anything. TP now going in. Keen ready with the follow-up. It's another Zac, but a good shockwave, but an even better ulti coming in for Chovy to kill off the ADC. Lehen's looking for another hook angle, trying to find the ball, but it gets on. He actually cannot miss.
Lahens with the point and click hands.
Keen ready with the follow-up. It's another Zach, but a good shockwave, but an even better.
So Kalista ult onto Blitzcrank. Blitzcrank goes in. Dude, the actual Xin Zhao being useless against the Blitz, I think, is the real genius here. Like, because remember, I said yesterday, I think that the Xin Zhao needed to be banned, but this actually just neutralizes the Xin Zhao as well. Like, they literally just masterclass drafted, outdrafted BLG, like baiting the Ash Varus and then picking the Ash Varus Jhin and then just counter picking all of them with Blitz was so good. Jovi has actually not done very much at all in these finals so far, besides just like he's just a ban sponge and sacrificing his own lane for the good of his team. The quietest 11 kill Kalista game in existence. That's because Kalista's just picking up what Lahens is throwing down. Big performance from Lahens, but also like mega performance from the draft side from GenG. This is great.
Member of GenG stepped up in his place. Now he's amongst three. Sweep to kick off. The hook already hit the follow-up.
Poor Bin, dude. He actually has played a mega MSI.
Look at the minimap. The rest of BLG can't even do anything because they kill him so
13, yep.
that now the roaming death squad is back to roaming.
Sorry, I'm too behind. You guys are right.
Shun ulting, Chovy not quite going to connect on his. Pulled back into the pit. The fade sealed. Not going to do a lot. Elk gets taken out.
15. Hello. That's so crazy that he could hit this many ults in a 28-minute game. 0.5 hooks per minute. You are correct. That's still huge, guys. Because all of them are like resulting in kills. They have 25 kills in 25 minutes on one team. This is just such a smashing. 18 kill Pays. Pays is 7,000 ahead. Dude, he's just the mouth that Lahens is stuffing food into, though. Like, I'm not saying Pays had a bad game, but like, come on. Lahens is making this game.
Second inhibitor taken out. Bought the last one standing. Empowered minions, supers. Keen charging the
This comp is so threatening in terms of dives.
Opts to go for the cancel. Stretching strikes doesn't hit on. Walks up, but it's just a tickle. Another stretching strike canceled. They're just trying to move the cannon minions in. Chovy now looking to find him, but doesn't hit. Crucially, though, Elk fires the ultimate, and now the fight's already kicked off. BLG trying to find their turn.
All right. Well, we Camille ulted the Blitzcrank. Maybe not the target we wanted. Maybe not the target we wanted, guys. It's hard to click on the right target in that cluster, though. He was trying to ult Pays, but he ended up with the Blitz, who then just gets Kalista ulted out. All right, we got 17 hooks, guys. Lahens confirmed #1 hooker.
BLG will hold the line. Naka for Shun. He wants to keep the fight going. Chovy now trying to back out, trying to buy a bit more space for the team. Q3 going through. He can snap back if he wants to. Unstoppable, but on. Pops the G. And they finish him in the meantime. Pays. The Q angle is big. Chovy still.
Oh my god, he flashed Qs to try and save him. Knight has Zonias? Oh my god, but they still get kills. Hold on, let me watch this. He literally, but look at this. Pays still has HP, and Elk and On are so low. He's just able to flash forward and kill everybody. Amazing. Man, Canyon's turn on that with the flash Q, knowing that Pays still had GA up and everybody was low, was super good. Dude, Canyon and Lahens have been running this series.
Want to go forward. 3 talents strike to hit Keen, not to a lot of effect, however. They'll pop in.
Oh, what a huge play. What a huge play. That was sick, dude. Bin flash for that.
Doesn't hit. BLG want to go forward. 3 talent strike to hit Keen, not to a lot of effect, however.
Flash in afterwards while he has the Ori ball onto him, so they 4-man shockwave. That is such a sick play. And Bin is able to click on Pays after that. That is mega. That was so sexy, man.
Q3, but it doesn't hit. BLG
I love how BLG just fucking sends it here. That is great. Oh, Night Flash too to keep Bin in range. Yeah, otherwise he has to keep the ball on him, right? So they double flash actually. So that they can make sure that they have the ball on him for the delivery of the shockwave. Man, that is such a good play by BLG. That was sick, man. That was gorgeous. So he gets another hook here. But now they have no flashes, right? So he has to use his Zhonya's. Keen engages. During Zhonya's, unfortunately. Canyon actually... Oh my god, Canyon's play here. He blast cone QRs. Wow, what a oh my god. But they don't, I mean, the most important thing is they just don't get Elder there. And now they have to play with no inhibs, so it's going to be really hard for them. Mountain's already up. You know, they were going to have a problem killing people without these mega plays. They had to use like all their flashes in order to come back into this game. So it should be a pretty easy Elder take here. Oh, no, that's the... Wait, they go back? Oh, I'm surprised. Okay, so we have to wait this out. I mean, they get Elder because they got the kills onto Canyon, so they can't actually take it, but now we just wait. And we'll have a minute of Baron before we actually, with Elder Drake off. And they can't dive this, even with Elder Drake BLG. They can't dive under a turret, so we just wait for this to go away. And then we have a minute of Baron left. Try and put pressure down, get the inhib down again. You can play for next Elder once the inhib's down. Well, there's another hook.
Set up there. The slow march forward from GenG. Baron times out.
The combo is so good. Look at this. On thinks he's safe because you have Edge of Night, but Canyon Q Smite. Q Smite R. Perfectly done. Canyon with the huge play. Flash out of Shockwave. Okay. No more Baron. So basically, a huge play by Canyon there for the Q Smite R into hook. There's another hook.
She shows up and now the turn. Now the fire back. BLG doing everything they can. Bin is still up, but he just can't find the right target. Trying to cut through Canyon. Trying to keep it going. Knight gonna get taken out by Keen. And in game 2, BLG may have found a fight, but Pays is breaking records and GenG are moving on to match point.
And credit to Canyon for the end. By Jungle Goat, he punishes On's positioning. On thought he was safe with the spell shield. Canyon went up, he smited it.
Are they trying to get him the penta? They're trying to get him the penta.
He punishes On's positioning.
27 kills. When was the last time we had a kill count this high in a professional game? That is crazy. Dude, the timer, they're just timing this. 28 kills, record. Never in tier 1, international record. Wow. It was really Lehen's getting 28 kills, though. I feel like this, you know, this is like one of those things about League of Legends where it's like, what is the new kill record? It's like, wow, Pays with 28 kills, but it was really Lehen's with 28 kills. All right, so now we're going to ban Dilution here, and we're back to first picking Senna. So the strategy has changed. So they don't want to play into Senna or Lucian Nami. And so instead, all right, we still got the same bans over here. Remember, I'm surprised that Trist hasn't come out yet. Like, really, if you're going to blind pick something, why aren't we blind picking Trist for Chovy? Don't you guys find that a little weird? Yone win streak, though. I mean, the Yone has had nothing to do with these wins. So now we're going to take Callista Ashe. The Ashe is left up, but BLG realized the Ashe was a bait. And they're not going to take Ashe Varus because they don't want On to blitz into them, and the Nautilus is already gone. Oh no, not Tahm Kench, dude. All right, Jun's Nidalee, here we go. They're trying to dissuade the Sejuani pick as well, so now we have to see Lee Sin. K'Sante banned in second round. No Camille, no Tristana. We're not just going to take the Tristana. I'm surprised they don't want to R4 Tristana. What are they cooking here? Hui. Blind Hui. Why are we just blind? Why are we blinding these weird-ass champs? And also, we've seen Hui be strong into Tristana, so why are we banning Tristana if we're picking Hui? It's good into Azir. Nope, it's Jace Jax. So they say, okay, we're taking Jax because it's Bin, and so you don't actually get TF, but why are we picking Jax when Keen is a fucking insane Rumble? So we're trying to go for a poke composition here. But Rumble's very good into poke comps because he can just equalizer your backline, and they just didn't have a ban. That's weird. The Poppy could be an angle. Keen played the Poppy into the Jax earlier this tournament. It is a winning matchup, but I don't like the... I think you have good primary engage, and if you have Ashe and you have the Rumble, you have really big backline threat between Rumble Hui here. Right? This feels pretty good into a poke composition. You have a winning lane matchup in Rumble. You have a winning lane matchup here. GenG should want standard lanes. I don't know. I'm not feeling this poke comp. They have no... BLG has no engage outside of like Leap Strike, Counter Strike. That feels really bad, honestly. And your poke line can get engaged on pretty easily. I prefer GenG's draft here. Rumble's so good into Jax, though. We saw this when, you know, basically Zeus just manhandled in this matchup. You guys remember the unfortunate Broken Blade game? And that was in spite of the Jax having mega advantages, but the Broken Blade like went Phage first instead of Merc Dreads and wasn't great. Oh, we just get an Abyssal Voyage engage for free, I guess. We just don't feel like flashing. He thought he was on the edge of it, and he flashes afterwards and dies anyway. That's terrible. They also knew where Nidalee was because they have a ward. They have the Faker ward at Raptors, so they knew she was coming down, and yet we still didn't pre-flash the Abyssal Voyage. All right, that's a choice. How do you counter Senna plus Tahm Kench? I mean, if they don't... Support, engage on support is so important right now, guys, that, I mean, it's just kind of a bad combination because it's so easy to get poked out. And because then you have to find engage elsewhere, and then we see zero engage fucking comps like GenG's in game 1. Also, Blitz is an excellent counter into Tahm Kench anything. Also, Lee, you do is you wait for Tahm Kench to eat somebody, and then you kick the Tahm Kench into your team, and you kill both of them. So it can be very good. Oh, I hit my mic. All right, we should be back. All right, yeah, sometimes when I hit my mic, it just stops it from working temporarily. Blitz counter to Tahm Kench, because basically when Tahm Kench eats somebody, then you kick the Tahm Kench and the person inside of Tahm Kench into your team. So historic counters to Tahm Kench have been Nautilus, Blitz, Lee Sin. That's another reason why Lee Sin was picked in this game. They couldn't pick Sejuani because Nidalee is very strong into Sedge in the 1v1, and because Lee Sin is a Canyon champ and is also good into Tahm Kench. Oh, I love playing Tahm Kench into Ashe Volley. Oops. Well, if Nidalee isn't here, this is a big win for GenG. Hui is on the roam. Well, he gets one kill, I guess, maybe. Nope. Oh, it's such a disaster on the bot side. Man, GenG's bot lane has been really good in the first couple of games, but they're playing so cavalierly this time. He pays, flashes forward, forces Elk's flash. Gets a nice root, which allows the Tahm Kench eat to come through. There's no mana on Pays. But really, I mean, this is obviously disengageable, especially because they have heal as long as the Nidalee isn't there. But Jun just flashes in. The shield's just too much from on.
No one else there to collapse, but the TP, they want to commit more resources. They're ready to fight for this. Chovy on the way, but the dragon already gone. Abyssal dive out, anticipates it. Severing bolt onto on. Lays down the eye, roots up Elk. Decent ball of damage. Canyon ready to follow. Canyon with the kickback. Hens is here. Pays on the way. Canyon gives his life, but Knight stands for an extra second. It's just the 1-for-1. Elk now needs to get the hell out. Chovy chasing, severing bolt. Nice backstep from Elk.
Oh, he's stuck. Bin's on his way, but he doesn't have TP.
Q through for the extra healing. Chovy wants to finish, zoned away from the eye. Pays now following up, severing bolt side. Steps from Elk are so damn good, and he just can't go down.
Oh, he's dodging.
He keeps getting away. Elk is too damn clean with it.
Yeah, they get the turret, though. That's the more important thing.
Want to get the combo down. Flash out from Knights. Lance now there to follow up. Keen trying to chase him down.
Like, we just got to walk away. Oh, my God. Now we're taking tower shots and a million spears, and Canyon's not even there. They just overextend with the Kalista ult because they have not enough follow-up damage to get the kill onto Knight with Kalista ult into Ash Arrow. Canyon's just getting trolled this game. Beautiful. Beautifully done by Ben. He's such a Jax god, it's crazy. Look at this. He just plays off of the Flame Spitter going down. So nice. Yeah, they are trying to hard force because they want to get Soul Point. Nice job. Knight perma-slowed. Lehens using Ghost. Oh, he actually gets the crab speed, so he gets out. Yeah, dude. The Soul Point is the Ocean Soul is so big. TP? Whose TP is that? Uh-oh. The Bin TP? Oh, Jun gets the kill onto Ashe. The Ashe kill doesn't really matter, though. Okay, you're going to get this Drake, surely? Yeah. They're trying to disengage now. All right, Canyon. Everybody's just mental booming this series. Canyon has the Lee syndrome, guys. He's like, okay, I Q2 onto Knight, and then I kick Jun, and then I flash E him. But that doesn't kill him.
Oh my God, GenG, they're going to try nonetheless.
They want that Ocean Soul.
Canyon off to the side, spotted.
He's taking the free poke up front.
No creative angles, endless poke coming in. Chovy getting lower and lower. The arrow.
Yeah, arrowing the Tahm Kench, not ideal. And they use Whale.
Still 5 members. Spheres coming in. Santa Q's over the top. And BLG
Bowling far behind when it comes to gold.
Okay, so they get pushed off by via poke. So we look for a play somewhere else. So what GenG does, Lehen's looking for an opportunity, actually has vision on the Jax.
Retake play.
Knock up, interrupt on the pin. Lee Sin goes in, kick back to the wall and finishes him. Pays.
All right. Respectable. Great equalizer. Great flash. Huge play by Keen. And now maybe we can Baron. Can we Baron?
How do they get back? BLG ready to fight. A single cooldown, a single misstep could turn it. BLG still have the poke composition.
The sustain there from the Senna, from the Nidalee, doing wonders for
Oh, nice.
The poke composition.
the sustain there from the Senna,
Dude, the opportunity.
doing wonders for BLG.
The opportunity shock blast. Massive. But Tom Kench is very good at primary engage, guys. Tom Kench rules. I love Tom Kench in this meta. He does so much. He knocks up a Rumble and then instantly dies. Keen gets hit by a shock blast here. Tries to turn on to Knight. I think he has to just all in. I think they just have to all in. I think if Keen commits here and he doesn't turn around, Knight dies because Canyon's on the follow-up. Look at this. He turns away at the last second. If Keen doesn't turn here, Knight dies. Here we go. It's time for another Abyssal Voyage engage, guys. Surely it'll work this time. Oh, he just gets kicked in. Ha! Up, we flashed the Abyssal Voyage. We countered the engage with an equalizer. And now we get a double kill onto Pays, and we get Soul. Knight literally just... Why is he jumping on top of the minion? He mistimes it. Knight, buddy. What the f, man? He's like, yep, now's the time for hammer form. They're trying to use the Severing Bolt combo, see how far they can get Knight down. Okay, so they use it, but there's a very limited window of time before Knight gets healed up by Senna and Nidalee. And now they see that there's an opportunity here under the Tom Kench. He completes the Abyssal Voyage, but Canyon has a ward hop, so they're able to... Oh, he gets over the wall with the flash. That's unfortunate. Canyon has to flash out. Bin is in on the flank. They need to get healing off of the Ocean Soul by hitting the minions or champions, though. So they use everything, though. They use everything in order to kill the Tom Kench. And then the turn. And Bin is huge. Oh, the flash stun. Beautiful by Bin. Oh, man. Huge play. Huge turn. Killing the Tom Kench is useless. You can't focus the Tom Kench like this every time, guys. Like, the Tom Kench is a piece. He's just a turd. He can't do anything. He's useless. Why we use everything on him to kill him? Equalizer, arrow. Just walk into all their poke. Use all of our ults on that. Jesus Christ. Keen, too, man. Look at this. Nobody's marking Bin on the flank here. He just walks into it. They have no vision in this brush, so they're just getting poked the whole time. Oh my god, they ignore Bin. What a fail by GenG. Bin just gets a free flank. They like give him a flank. Dude, the Tom Kench is just bait. Alright, that's it. That's the end of the game. Wow, what a weird game. That's a really weird game, guys. Not often that you see two poke comps against each other, especially in this meta at this tournament. We're maintaining the Corki, Aurelion, Soul bans because Knight has no answer to that. Now we're banning Cassante again. Also maintaining the Talia Ari bans. I think that's Wise Lucian, Senna first pick. Okay. Please no Tom Kench. Please no Tom Kench. No Thomas Kench. Is this a farming Maokai? I like it better than the Thomas Kench. All right, so we finally get a Tristana in this series, and we're banning the Hui, which has been an answer to it. I guess Canyon just wants to play the Lee Sin and the Nidalee. Canyon wasn't the problem last game for the most part. I mean, his team was just cross-map inting, so whatever. We still have an ADC on the side of BLG, which is interesting. Are we going to take out Varus, too? Yeah, we're going to take out Varus and see what they do. It's not impossible that Elk could play Tristana. You could play Tristana... Especially if you're going to lane swap. If you think that this is a support Maokai, or you don't know yet, but this is Senna, and you want a lane swap, then having Tristana with a Demolish proc support could be very good. Really? I don't love this Zeri pick. I mean, Betty was a good Zeri earlier in the tournament, but I think the range advantage is like really huge, and Zeri feels really bad into Maokai. It's also like Zeri wants to go all in, but we have the longer range here. Why can't we just pick Ezreal? Why is nobody picking Ezreal this tournament? They want to lane swap. You're playing into Senna. Just play Ezreal. Okay, we blind Rumble. Twisted Fate's still up. So Chovy gonna play Azir. Chovy's Azir obviously mega. So I don't know. BLG's comp feels a little janky. Like maybe you can lock somebody down, but like getting a big Zerial seems really hard because you're trying to play from range a lot of the time. The Camille and the Zeri want to go in. The Nidalee and the Trist might want to stay out. Nidalee can go in. I mean, Trist can go all in too, but I don't know. It feels like having something with a little bit more poker range would be a little bit better here. Also, you're trying to play into Maokai. Seems kind of hard to do with BLG's composition because if you go all in, you just get Maokai ulted and you're in Flame Spitter range or you get pushed out with Azir. Whereas GenG is a much more, you know, front to back. It's a support Maokai, but it'll be a farming Maokai. And if they get a lane swap, it feels pretty good for GenG, I think. So let's see how things are going here. I mean, basically Bin did get some XP out of the top side, so levels are even amongst top laners. Canyon has to flash here because On comes in. And Hex flashes him. Triple jungle quadrant is pretty good for Jun. Yeah, it's great for the Nidalee. But here's the downside, guys. When you just make a play like that in the mid side, remember that there's an extra teleport that's available, and Lehens actually gets to collect this wave up here, and they give Keen the XP here with Pays. So because, you know, this is like one of those unique things with Senna in the lane swap. So you still have the support item here, right? So this is actually a pretty good way to deal with this problem, and it's less important if the Maokai dies, and they probably can't dive this Maokai anyway. And Maokai's going to be much less vulnerable to being dove. First off, he hits level 3. But he's also a Maokai with a Doran's shield. They can still dive him, though, potentially. But Keen's going to get an edge here. And if they dive the Maokai, Keen can just TP into top. Lehens has Aftershock as well. Oh, my God. They did not. Level 1 Nautilus. Level 1 Nautilus takes the aggro. What the f, man? Why is level 1 Nautilus taking the aggro? Pays has had a lot of issues with the souls. Like the last series we saw with Elk and Gumayushi, the Senna souls were much higher. There was a lot more roaming. You know, there are a lot more plays on the map, but it is hard in these lane swaps to farm Senna souls. Just trying to clear the wave.
Has to go back, but instead of sticking around here, so there's going to be a lot of gold lost.
Dash. A little bit extra poke. Cleanse still there. Out cleansing a little bit late. He's still going to get hit. Lightning Crash coming in, flashing out. But there is Lehens. 2.3k gold lead. Dash.
This Zeri looks sick, guys. This Zeri looks really sick into the Maokai. Lehens just flashes on him. Canyon's here too. Canyon did nothing, but he's here. Why am I hard on Faker? I don't understand what you mean. Dude, it's the battle that I'm fighting is the battle against public perception of Faker. I love Faker. The thing about Faker is you, the plebs, are not appreciating Faker in the way he needs to be appreciated right now, and that makes me angry. Also, Faker had a bad MSI. But I have a feeling his hand's bothering him or something like that. His drop-off was weird.
I don't think they're going to be feeling too bad about that one. Bin still waiting around, maybe looking for a snipe of some sorts.
Oh, Pays very squishy.
Oh, are they going to look for
Taking
a flank?
Time. TP won't work.
All right, so we get in from behind here. I mean, look at that. Where was the... Camille was used earlier, that's right. I mean, I respect them trying to punish the greed here to take the turret. Good flash by Pays, though.
So much damage coming in from Bin, but now Lehens is ready to follow up. Shield back. Flash back from Canyon. It's too damn clean, but now Pays is in trouble. Pays is running for his life. The root comes in, but it's a little bit too late. The hook shot, the wall dive. Bin wants to follow. Pays vulnerable on his lonesome. TP in. They're trying to cover the mid wave. Now they're going to flash in. The disengage coming up for Lehens. Hextech ultimatum, and it's Knight in the back line. Trying to delete Canyon. Sidestep is good. On. Frontlining by himself, and Keen manages to get one back. It's a shutdown for Knight as Keen takes out On.
Good hair trigger TPs there coming in from GenG. Yeah, the squishiness of this Nautilus. I mean, it's very different to be playing the not farming Nautilus. Like, technically, both of these players are supports, but Lehens is 3 levels up, and he has 2 fully completed tank items, whereas On has a Blood Song and Boots too. He was trying to roam at the start of the game to get stuff done, but while he was doing that, Lehens was TPing top to collect solo waves.
Chovy could be in trouble. Shun hunting off to the side, on the way back in. Knight still living for far too long. But finally, GenG will find Bin deleted.
Oh, surely this ends the game, right?
Shun hunting off to the side, on the way back in.
Alright, it's a nice double knockback from Knight's ult, but Canyon just mops him up, right? Big shutdown. On's back. He's back for another death. He's just chaining deaths together, guys. And now we just take Baron. We TP back in. It's free. We have huge damage. Okay, zoning Maokai ult, zoning Equalizer. Oh, they actually buffer the Nautilus, but On's dead again. Keen goes into bot side, clears out the wave with Flame Spitter. Inhib down. Yep, there's walkout, empowered recalls, Azir turret. Nice. GenG just like not giving any chance to do this on the retreat. Even though they have empowered recall, they literally just put the Azir turret up, play as cautiously as possible. They respect the possibility that Bin could be flanking, even though he doesn't have TP up. It's interesting that GenG is so conflict avoidant here, but they really just want them to play into them. I think this is GenG just being super cautious. I mean, look how deliberate this is. They are trying to just like maximize the safety. Like Azir turret every time they were Azir turret covering their retreats. Like they are just crossing their T's, dotting their I's, everything. This is really nicely done by GenG. I think that this is like artificial tension. Oh my god, no! Okay, now the tension is real. Oh my god, it's so terrible too because the wave is pushing in. Bin now has Baron buff. Knight immediately TPs. Look at that. That's a great reaction by Knight. Look how fast he TPs. But surely we can do better than this, guys. That's outrageous. It hits 1,000 right as they come in because they're hitting it. And then he just smites it. He just gets the fastest. That's outrageous. He kicks him out of the pit, but that actually helps in that case. Oh my god, they lose inhib. Why is Chovy in the pit? They don't need Chovy's damage. Why are these guys not over here? Why is Maokai R not ready to stop this? Why is fucking Azir R not ready to stop this? What are we doing? Like I'm just praising their setup so well, and then what? Why does he go into pit? He's fucking Azir. The R is so late. Ah! Where did Knight go? Knight's TB was interrupted by Maokai ult, I think. Oh my god, it was interrupted by Maokai ult. The slow movement of the Maokai ult. Man, I wonder if they could have gotten a Nexus turret. All right, waiting for Keen to grow up here. Man, this soul fight's gonna be crazy.
Kick connects. Bin off to the side, but Keen is gonna spot him. Tower erected. GenG ready to defend. Lehens caught up by brief.
Hook on to Lehens. That forces the Maokai ult.
Damage onto On caught up. Rooted. Chovy wants to make the play, but the flashback is everything. Double 80 carries. Ready to go. He goes golden. Pay's trying to keep his mid laner.
The thing is, On dying here is not the biggest deal in the world. They have plenty of damage for poke, and Bin is incredibly threatening. They had to use all their ults to secure that kill onto the support.
BLG gonna try and shove mid as quickly as they can and then rotate over.
Keen waiting, sees them walking into the choke, holding off as long as he can. Massive burst damage, but he's the one
That's such a huge Zhonya's.
who goes golden. Lehens now following up. Bin the GA, but it does absolutely nothing. Soldiers being sent forward by Choke.
That is a massive GA, or a massive Zhonya's. So they actually predict this. They clear vision. They clear vision. They know they're going to push up into the mid lane, so they set a vision trap here and just commit the Zhonya's immediately. Lehens also just going to TP back. Maokai ult is nowhere near up, but they force the face check basically. And they actually bait it out too. They bait it out with the TP because BLG thinks they can come in on this TP. And then it's just flame spitter onto Bin. Oh! They finally got this area in range, though. Wow. That's so close, actually. No Maokai ult in this fight is really important. If there's a Maokai ult here, BLG gets destroyed. Oh my god, the shutdowns are so crazy, too. That was great to watch. Jun Sonya saved the fight. Yeah, it did, actually. It allowed BLG to reset, and he had flash so he could get back out, chuck a spear at Keen, take Keen down. It's so scary, though, because BLG's split push with Camille and Trist and how fast they can push is so strong. All right, he delayed, though, so they're going to lose mid-inhib as a result. 3 seconds on Pays. Oh, he hits the root. Ult. Ult. Oh, he gets him. He didn't have ult up. He didn't have ult up. It's 9 seconds right here. I think Knight misplays this. I think Knight misplays this. He's autoing the tower. And he takes the root. I think he can kill Pays. They have to be so careful about the back door, though. Bin has TP. They're pinging out the base. Rumble is intelligent. Keen's intelligently staying behind. This would be so different without that really stupid Baron steal. They put a Zero turret up. Chovy CPing. Wow. What a crazy ending. Why is Bin... I'm a little surprised Bin doesn't just go for Nexus at the start. He can hit it through the Azir turret. I think he can actually just end the game. Like, I legit think he can just end the game. Because mid-inhib is down, so he actually can't attack Nexus. Even with his Azir tower. Yeah, he also could have just gotten inhib and left. Like, this is a good situation. You force TP. There's actually nothing here that forces Bin. You can E through this. Why finish when Chovy is there? Like, you force TP, just back out. You have two inhibs, and you can play for Soul. Soul is up. He has TP as well. He could have actually just gotten out and then TP'd to River. It's hard. It is hard, guys. These situations are so rare, and it's very easy to look at this and replay it and look in hindsight, but it's very hard to make these decisions on the fly. Now Jun is on the fucking solo mission. They were trying to end the game by using Lich Bane, but they have to make sure there are no wards in their base, is the thing. They have to make sure there are no wards in their base because this could be absolutely devastating if Bin can just TP in a minute. This was a terrible call, though. Everything else pales in comparison to how bad that call was. Actually, that's interesting. They're leaving Chovy in the base because Keen has TP. So they know that they can't actually stop Bin with just one player. So they need the TP player at Baron. That's not usually how you play it, but I think this is a smart call. Great series, though. But we shouldn't have let Jun steal that Baron. That was dumb. Credit to BLG for finding angles to win, though, because they have been struggling. I mean, I'm not sure about giving up Elder in exchange here. You actually just can't win the 4v4 because of Maokai ult. The Maokai pick is so important. And they literally see, if you look at the start of this, I mean, Knight just TP's out. Like, Knight just TPs into the top side, so it's like a pretty easy call here when you have 2 TPs up and they have the pink ward in the middle of the base. Like, the pink ward is actually such a good idea right in front of the Nexus right there.
He's just running. He's just mainlining as quickly as he can.
But, like, Knight just TPs out because they're like, oh, split push. But there actually is a blue trinket ward here. So they see Knight. So that's why they can immediately TP. Keen's already just piecing out. It's that pink ward is so huge. I mean, you have to kill the inhib first. It's not even close.
For BLG, and it fails completely.
Keen doesn't want to face check. Bin still looking, but Keen and Chovy standing guard at the Nexus.
The last push.
This is the last hope, but there is no hope because they have to kill an inhib.
The rest of the team holding the line. 7 years the LCK has waited. 7 years GenG has waited. A lifetime Chovy has waited. But he and GenG are your MSI champions.
Yay, good for Chovy. Oh, I'm so happy for GenG. This is what I wanted to have happen. So happy for Chovy. And my guy, Keen. Most importantly, Keen.